Welcome, friends. Welcome to our Friendsgiving edition of Writers React. Ignore the thing right there. It says Author Tubers React. Look, we're just being on brand and being real. Okay. It takes us a while to get around to changing the things that have changed several months ago. So, so I am here with my lovely guest and co-hosts. I'm going to let them introduce themselves, and then we will say hi to everybody who's hanging out with us tonight and get started. Take it away, Des.
Hello, friends. Happy holidays. Happy December. Happy Friendsgiving. I'm Desiree Ortega, and there's going to be a lot of changes on my end, actually. So, what I will say is that currently I'm one of the hosts of the Perpetually Overdue podcast, which premieres Tuesday, the 17th. Really excited. The day before my birthday as well, because next week's my birthday. Really, really excited. And yeah, happy to be here.
Hi, I am Esther Maria Andujar. I'm a Puerto Rican writer aspiring to be a career author. Also, happy birthday, Des, even though it's a couple of days in advance, but I have a YouTube channel. I do live streams on Fridays on my YouTube, and I do live streams on Twitch. I also will be updating things on my end, but there will be a video about that. I'm still gonna be around. I'm just not gonna be that much around. That's the bottom line of it. So yeah. Barrett.
Hi everybody. I've missed you all. Hi, I'm Barrett. I used to do this. Now I don't. I do this with these folks once a quarter if I can make it. And I do. Why have I forgotten what I do with Tiffany?
It's been a while, right?
Writer's Room.
Thank you.
Producer? Yes, tomorrow, right?
Yes, tomorrow.
Yeah,
Tomorrow, right? Mm-hmm.
I hope it's not on my channel. Someone text me if it is.
It is your channel. We've been.
It is in your channel.
I will set that up while we are
We've
live.
been promoting.
And we will see you all tomorrow for that. I missed you all. Hi, Dee. Take it away.
Hi guys, I am the Sky Lily. I publish books under all three names. You can find my books on Amazon. I do have a YouTube channel. There's not much on. Well, there is content on there from before. There isn't much new content. Probably won't be much new content going forward. But yeah, you can find me on Patreon. Support my Patreon. Follow Lily. She's doing things. That's me.
She is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Doing good things, y'all. Good things.
So many things.
Lily is conquering the world one sweet romance at a time. They just do like, that's it.
And folks, I am Nia the Vixen Fiction. You are here on my channel. I host this next week. No, the weekend, whatever the weekend between Christmas and New Year's, I'm going to be hosting with my co-host Ben and Natalie, scripting the book where we're going to go over our reviews from all of the books and adaptations that we have read and watched over the past 2.5 years, and we're going to rank them to see where we stand, to see if we still agree with our opinions that we had when we ranked them. We're going to see who was the best, who did it the best, who did it the worst. So it'll be a lot of fun. Ben did a lot of work going through all of our data to get them all. And so I need to just put together a tier ranker so we can get that all for you guys. It'll be a lot of fun. So come hang out with us. Other than that, I host this. I will have some changes coming up. We will talk about all of the changes and things coming up towards the end of the stream. But I do stream here Tuesday nights on YouTube for Night Write, and you can catch me occasionally over on Twitch where we have a lot of fun writing and getting things done. So, oh my goodness, guys, it has been a quarter. A lot has happened this quarter.
It's been a year.
A lot has happened this quarter, but
a lot of foolish things have been happening.
A lot.
Foolish.
A lot personally, a lot nationally, a lot collectively, a lot
Yes.
movement-wise. I mean, it's just lot.
People have lost their mind.
Yes. Hello,
Oh,
Richard.
that's just
I did not
Survival
pop that. I
love.
did not pop that up, by the way, because she said people lost their mind. It's just I had already clicked Richard, and then she said that, so that's
Just in
totally coincidence.
I
So,
mean,
hi,
there's something
friend.
called
Mind.
serendipity, and I think serendipity is on my side.
Richard was here first. Hello, Richard. Shannon, hello. Christian, hello, hello. Eva, hello. So many friends. Hello, Tiffany.
Hi.
Okay. Have a nap and catch the replay. Get
I'm a
yourself a
big
nap,
believer in that.
friend.
Yes.
Relatable.
Hello. How are you, Read with Read? I love that.
Nice.
Yes, rocking that
I
cardigan.
love that cardigan.
Oh yeah,
That is the
I know.
Barrett.
I live in
Barrett,
it.
he is.
Hi, Morgan. Good to see you.
Hello, hello.
So many friends here to hang out.
Mm.
Victoria, hello. Good to see you. Okay. So there were so many things. It's always hard to narrow it down. And the weird thing about doing it quarterly is people have sent me things, Esther, and they don't remember that they even sent it. They're like, what is that topic? And the sad thing is I forget who sent it. I'm like, Dee sent me this topic.
So-and-so,
And Dee's
right?
like, no, I didn't. And I'm like, oh, this one was Esther. Esther's like, I sent
I'm
it.
like,
I'm like, you did. I'm looking at
me?
the message.
I love that. So
I
much.
do not recall at all.
Listen, there's so much
If-
mess. It's hard to remember what mess you saw when.
Exactly. Hi, Rachel.
And at the same time, there's so many stupidity happen that you're just like, I'm just gonna delete this
Right.
because there's a small space in my head for stupid crap happening in the writing community, and every so often I had to recycle being a bunch of the new stupidity
Too much. Too
enters.
much.
Yes.
So I'm like, probably delete that from my brain.
We have to do that sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll start with kind of a funny one. This is well, I put TikTok. Let me put specifically book talk because I think that was what she was dubbed. So there's the queen of book talk. So there is a book talker.
What? There's a T missing and we need the T. Miss Nia. Read that again. Not out loud, please.
No!
We need the T there.
That is very important. That also
The
was
T
a
is needed.
That was an accident.
There we go.
I promise. That was an accident.
Classic.
I mean,
guys,
she
if we're not
previously.
ending with a bang, what's the point?
No.
That's so good.
But also with her previous
So
ruse with the
if
book
you
talk,
guys don't know who
we
we're
could-
talking about, just think back.
we
Think
could.
back to hockey romances
The hockey romance.
and all the shenanigans and all the holes that were supposed to be filled. That's
Yeah.
Which I mean,
We probably
I
won't.
mean,
Let's not say her name here because y'all know we ain't trying to get called out.
Me in
If you
trouble.
want to be in the know, head over to Book Talk Writing Queen. Head over to TikTok that app while you still have it. Writing
Yeah.
Queen of Book Talk.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, are we giving a quick read?
Yeah, let's
Those who don't know?
Yeah, let's do a quick rundown. That way people will know what we're talking about. Because we can just get into stuff and then everybody's like, what are they?
They don't even know where we're So, who, me? Okay.
Yeah, go for it, Dad.
Take it
You know you want
away.
to. You know you want to.
I'm giving you guys the barest minimum. Here's the gist of it, okay? There is someone, all right, y'all know about Book Talk, obviously. And in the last couple years, it's really grown. And apparently, there is this one creator who got really popular. Now, as they got popular in the last year or so, there have been a few situations that the public were not too happy with that they did. And the very, short, long story short, there was a hockey player that, was dubbed a book boyfriend, and this creator got a little too aggressive in how they were salivating publicly over a man who at the end of the day isn't a fictional character. They're a real human
Real
being
people.
with a wife, and you know the, at, you know at the end of the day it's not really respectful when
No.
you go at it, and it became a problem. It became a real problem.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when other people started bringing up other issues that they had with this creator. So this creator, at least in the last 6 to 8 months to a year, has already been slightly canceled a little bit by some, not by all.
Yeah.
So here comes Kelly Clarkson on her show, and she brings this creator on and dubs them the queen of book talk.
Yeah.
One set, Des, because I actually so y'all know I like mess. I actually follow this creator. I followed this creator for a long time because she was in my For You page. And I initially, when I joined Book Talk, I wanted to follow Black creators. I was like, let's follow the girlies. I want to be in that sector. And then I quickly realized that that creator does not like go for the girlies. Like, she doesn't read diversely. Everything she reads is very one note and very what's on trend, right? Which is fine, all great and good. But before the Kelly Clarkson there was this awards, I forgot the name of it, but there's this prestigious book awards that they nominated her as an advocate of Black voices. And a lot of book talkers got nominated for that and turned it down because in their minds they're like, okay, I don't want this role. That's too much pressure. But the girl decided, oh no, I'm gonna keep it until the backlash. So she does a lot of things until backlash comes, and then that's when she starts, woe is me,
crying, and then
everyone is on me. But yeah, so this is a trend. Back to Des, so you'll understand.
No, that's good to know.
Yeah, that was another thing that people
everyone
didn't
has different versions, because I didn't personally follow them, but for example, my best friend, as a woman of color, she does follow her because she wanted as well to specifically look for women of color, people of color who were out there in the book world to represent them, and connect with them, because they were hopefully representing us. But that's so here. So at the end of the day, people got mad at Kelly Clarkson because they're like, we don't claim her, we didn't call her our queen of book talk, and it became this whole thing. And so that's the gist of it. Now anybody else wants to elaborate, go right ahead.
Yeah, I think for like the media outside of, because we see things one way, being in the book talk and bookish writer online realm, we see things differently than people who aren't. People who just scroll through TikTok or Instagram, see someone that they like, and then follow them. So these people can have millions of followers. So then the media at large, all they see is that everything that this person talks about goes viral, and they've got 1 million followers, and so they must be great. So that's all they know. But us, the small niches, we're just like, what? No, they're not the queen of something. But are they though? Not to me, but the following says otherwise, and they're not bots. They're actual people who interact and respond.
Here. The TikToker did not claim herself. Like, she did not
she didn't do it.
She was the queen. So we're not going at the TikToker. We're just going at the situation, the scenario, what happened. Because she never said that. Granted, she never said she wasn't the queen either. Because if someone dubbed me that, and I went on a TV show, they're like, queen is a reach, maybe.
but she didn't really.
She was just. And then it could be argued that she was giddy. She was on TV. She was talking to Kelly Clarkson. She could have been giddy. Fine. But still, a lot of the showrunners and the people that are creating these scripts and stuff for these, because Kelly Clarkson probably didn't know who she was before this, right? She's just reading off of a teleprompter.
No, probably
not.
Producer did that.
The producers knew what they were doing. They were trying to get buzz, and they got it. Bad buzz, but buzz anyway.
Now, I want to play devil's advocate, because someone I personally know brought this up as a point, because they didn't know about the scandals and the issues with this book talker. So here's what their take was. They were wondering, are they really problematic, or is it people looking at a woman of color succeed reach the top and suddenly we want to bring her low.
Yeah.
Like that was a genuine concern because they didn't understand or know or follow any of the issues and scandal.
Right. And that's fair.
My
That's a fair
caveat
question.
with
That's a fair
that,
question.
my caveat with that is like, even if there wasn't any past history, when you
We're the same.
see when you see the amount of the books that she reads, when you see her bookshelf, you know that she is not putting her wallet and her hands and her whole body where she apparently puts her mouth. And I say apparently because, again, if 90% of your bookshelf is white authors, then you cannot say that you are advocating and uplifting people of color authors. Like, there's no way. There's absolutely no way. So she could be the queen of book talk, white book talk. Because her behavior is very similar. Like, every time she gets backlash, what she does? White tears on a black face. It's the same behavior. She just had more melanin than Ashley, Rayleigh, Kaylee, whoever name that is like so white.
Esther, I
Okay,
haven't been on
I just thought of something because when she first started, right? Well, I don't know if that's when she first started. When I first was introduced to her last year, sometime on TikTok, right? What I got drawn to initially when her channel first started, she wanted to be like, she wanted people like her to be big on TikTok, reading books. That was the vibe she gave when she first started. And I just thought about this. I'm wondering if maybe she couldn't afford to buy her own books, and the books that she reads are what gets sent to her by the like PR teams and the press. Because she does read only popular books. Thinking about it, like the Aunt in Hadeline, the Iron Flame, not Iron Flame. Iron Flame is out yet.
You know what I mean. But you have to get PR. You have to have a certain amount of following and views.
But she had the following before she started because she's a very loud person. She can be entertaining, right? Before this whole scandal started, before she started, like,
so she had a platform before being in book talk. Is that what we're saying, right?
No, it was always books, but she was more like, she became more. I think she did she started getting the rocker stuff and then realized it was giving her traction.
Yes,
so that went in that direction. But before, she was never reading diverse books. Let's clear that up. That was never the goal. That was what she said was the goal. That never happened. But so I'm wondering if she went in with. I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm just wondering if she went in with good intentions and then just started realizing what the algorithm likes, because the algorithm likes what it likes, and she only reads the trending books.
And it's easy to give in. It's into what the market is pushing, which is not diversity. That's what the market pushes. That is what it becomes popular. So it's when the cash flow starts coming in.
Yes.
Instead of going against the grain, that's not going to immediately bring me the cash flow. It's easier to lean into what will,
the money and the free books and the free stuff.
The free stuff.
And that's her bag. I'm not gonna. For me, the controversy was when, the hockey player and family asked her to stop doing the thing. Just stop doing the thing. That's my thing. And then also with the hockey team's PR, that they took their stuff down without saying anything to her. They could have given her a heads up and been like, this all could have been kept hush hush. The PR for the hockey team, nothing was said or done to them. I feel like that was unbalanced. The same backlash that she got, they should have gotten her. She should have been given the same opportunity to take her stuff down that they were given, because they put the hockey players out there. They brought her to the hockey game to do her thing. So they were both equally, in my opinion, they were both equally at fault, but all of the fault to fall on her. And so for that, that's where I get to, like, I get that she was more targeted. Possibly because she was the melanated person individual,
Yeah,
where they
that's
had
definitely
the whole
true.
team.
Yeah, that's what
So
the hockey
not
team
that it was
initially
right.
wanted
It's
to get
wrong.
melanin into
Yeah.
their. Have you been to? I'm in Canada. When you go to a hockey game, okay, it's the amount of Asian, blacks, Indians. It's different compared to the amount of fully Caucasian that you see, and
Yes.
it's fine.
Yeah.
Hockey was initially a Caucasian sport, so they're trying to bring more diversity in, and so that's why they're reaching out to more diverse creators, more people from the LGBTQIA plus community. Like, and yes, I said I don't come for me. I include myself in the alphabet. Okay, not stopping at T. So, anyways, um, so they reached out to her, but again, I will tell you, and I always tell people, especially the small business, small creator, y'all don't trust these brands. A big company, a corporation, they can change your mind at the drop of a hat. And if there's
then
no
you're stuck
contact,
looking
you're
crazy.
taking the fall for that. When the story went to ESPN, they didn't say, "Oh, the hockey team did." No, it said that girl, that book
That
talker,
girl.
did this.
Yeah.
So,
Now, granted, it didn't seem to hurt her. She maybe lost 100,000 followers, but I'm looking at her channel now. She's got more than when she had last time. So she's
Yeah.
well over 1 million, but she was over 1 million before. She's well
I mean,
on
when
her
you
way
go
to
to
2 million
ESPN,
now. So she's popular. She's popular. She's not my cup of tea. It's a little much for me. I think I followed her initially because I
yeah,
too was like, oh, black
she's
book talkers,
gotten,
people of color book talkers. I'm
yeah,
for it. And then I was like, whoa, this is
she's
just a bit
gotten,
much.
a
She's a
little
bit much for me.
Yeah.
But
more.
I'm
people
gonna
love
be the
her.
outlier. I never follow her. I didn't know about her until the hockey situation. I had to search for it. And just by watching what video, I'm like, no, you're a joke. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, but
I mean,
It's like
It's
that was my first
yeah.
impression, and I'm just not gonna move on from that.
Mm-mm.
I do something similar. I just mainly follow Hispanic creators. Cause I'm all for spotlighting every person of
boys.
color uh voice. But I also know that I cannot ask the black community to spotlight Hispanic the same way I cannot ask Hispanic to spotlight black, the same way I cannot ask Asians to spotlight others. It's my job to spotlight my own community. So I primarily follow Hispanic, and then if I stumble upon other person of color creators and I vibe with their content, then I do follow. So that's the main reason I'm just like, no, I'm not following her. So I'm bitter. I'm like, no,
Yeah,
no, no.
for me, I am a bad writer author because I had no interest in book talk. I just, granted, I didn't even give into
That's
TikTok
okay.
for the
That's
first
Same.
5 years.
Fine.
I barely started touching TikTok this year, honestly.
Don't worry,
And out of a desperate
Missing
need for
nothing.
distraction
Nothing.
at the
girl.
moment.
Girl,
It wasn't
I
even
went to Book Talk because I wanted to start promoting my books on TikTok. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I need to get in the algorithm.
Yeah.
And then I was just watching dance videos. It's okay.
Same. That's the only way that I like watch book talk, because I'm like, I have to watch this, so hopefully one of my TikToks about my books lands in
Yeah.
there. But
That
it's the
part.
same with BookTube. Like,
Oh,
you cannot get me
Yep.
to watch BookTube because I know what I like to read. I don't need other people to tell me what to read. I don't need other people to tell me their opinion and experience on a book to be convinced. I don't know. I think I'm just like too self-aware and too confident on who I am to be like, you enjoy you and I enjoy me.
well, I
I'm
feel
a
yeah,
little
go ahead.
different because if I read a book and I don't like it, or if I read a book and I really loved it, then I purposely go, or same thing with movies. I purposely go out and see what people are saying about it because I'm like, did they feel the same way? Like if I
Yeah.
didn't like it and I find a rant review, I'm like, yes, girl, yes. And I'm like, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm kind of like Deidre.
Yeah,
I
still.
watch booktube stuff because I like talking about books. I like reading them. I read a lot, and it's different to read a book and then close the book and like, oh, okay. No, I want to find. What did you think about it? I would have. Did you? Oh, you had the same problem I had. I love talking
Yeah.
about books. So
Yeah,
I'll talk about it all day.
That's like, granted, I feel like that was more old book talk. Booktube,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Old booktube
Yeah.
felt like a place to run and in community and
Yeah.
chat and celebrate and commiserate about a book you enjoyed or didn't enjoy together. Like it was that experience.
Yep.
Yeah.
For me, it
Or
was
I
never
love a
like,
good-
tell me what to read next. It was
Right.
more like,
Like,
oh my God, let's like come together and chat about this together.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like the scandalous hot
See-
takes.
Yes.
See,
But
and
it's not like
I
that
the
anymore, I believe.
the one thing that I do enjoy about BookTube and Book Talk and all Bookstagram is hauls. I'm like, show
Oh.
me the
Those were
books.
never my favorite.
Show me, like, read me the blurb.
sorry.
Like, I wanna peruse before I peruse on the
That would
bookshelves
make me
at a
feel
bookstore.
bad. I'll watch them going through the halls. I'm like, girl, where'd you get so much money to buy so
That's
much
the thing.
books?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
how
I'm
are
like,
you buying all
I
these
would only
books?
end up feeling
Yeah,
bad
like,
that I can't get all the ones I want.
Right.
So, like,
And
Now, don't
I
you
am
think
just,
some of
I
those are
am the
being sent to
weirdest
them?
reader.
Some of those are
Yeah,
being
a lot
sent to
of
them,
them.
right? They have
Yeah.
to be.
Yeah, a
Because
lot
they're
of them.
just,
Oh,
yeah. It's
absolutely.
like,
I would do book talk just to
Absolutely.
get people to send me free books. I mean,
That,
that
I
would be
thought about
great.
it. I thought
I
about
would
it.
go
I
one
seriously
day,
have thought
yeah.
about it just to get free books.
Anything with
I'm
art
like, they
reading.
send
I
Yeah.
thought
so
about
many
art reading
books.
too, just to get free books.
Honestly,
Y'all throw me on.
if it's Asian dramas did something like the book community, I will be on top of reviewing everything that I watch. And like, send me those DVDs. Send them. As long as they have English subtitles, we're good. We're good. I'll sell them.
I feel like you'll find me on OnlyFans before you find me on Book Talk. So,
Yes.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
listen,
No,
there are
Uh,
authors and book people on OnlyFans now, so you mean.
oh, really?
Of course there is.
Well, all right.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
That's where they are. That's where
OnlyFans
my
is not
favorite-
only
Not that
OnlyFans is
much.
not only corn. It has
Oh, no.
expanded.
Oh no, girl! I mean,
Incredibly.
the people I see them on Facebook advertising their OnlyFans. To clarify, I'm not on the OnlyFans.
Uh,
but
Oh,
I see them. They
Oh,
ask you
okay.
to send them your books, and
Did anybody else see that?
they'll be naked with the books over their tatas or their yayas.
I thought
Like-
it was
holding the
like
book.
more wholesome.
I
than that. Oh, God.
mean,
yeah, I did
Venn
too. I was
diagram is
hopeful,
that?
but it is OnlyFans, so why
Yeah.
am I
I
not
mean,
surprised?
some people might want to get story read on the news.
I mean, it's
Who knows?
It'll bring in money.
Make it make sense.
Friends, I'm gonna get more ridiculous the more wine I drink. So
I
buckle
can't
up.
wait.
And it's
Or
gonna look
buckle
like
down.
it's gonna look like I'm drinking a lot of wine, but this is alcohol-free sparkling cider, so I'm good.
Don't
Don't worry.
worry.
If I'm on 3 of these, I'm
Alcohol-free.
fine.
Water.
Don't worry,
fine.
guys.
I
Love
also have
wine.
my-
Boy.
I
Very
also have
sweet.
my- I have my
Take a
chai
sip,
tea,
y'all,
but as
take
you
a
can
sip.
see, I'm getting through that, and this I haven't even sipped. So let me.
Oof. Okay. So
Mm.
Dear God, that
So do we
topic.
think TikTok is going to survive? It has been in a 3-4 year battle, and TikTok has
Yeah.
made it this far. I
Yeah.
honestly thought that they were going to get it like a couple years ago.
Really?
I was like,
You
oh,
did?
the last round where they really went after it. I thought
Mhm.
this might be it, and then I'm like, nope. So this time, though, or do you think that they're going to get it? Do you think TikTok's going to bite it this time?
honestly, I think I worry this time because they went to where they got something passed to make it official with a date and everything. But here's the thing. Is it true though that it's like it's the China version of TikTok, but there will be TikTok America, where the US gets to control the narrative of TikTok, their version, is
But China doesn't
supposedly
have
what's going to
TikTok.
switch out come late January.
China doesn't have TikTok though. TikTok was
They do. They do have
a
TikTok.
version.
It's called different.
Yeah,
Yes,
but it's
no,
not the same
It's
thing.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Well, it is.
It
It
is
is TikTok. They just changed the name for the English audience, but it's exactly the same. It's the same logo. They're just is China. They are gonna restrict whatever they want
No
to
matter
restrict
how they
because
squeeze
that's
them in.
that's the way they run the government, and
Yeah.
that's the way that they run everything.
Maybe that's
I
what you were
just
for.
find the irony of like, we don't want to be like one of those communist countries, and
Well,
what
who's saying
are we
that?
doing?
Because the people in charge are not the ones saying that. They're gladly promoting this is what we want for the future of America.
See?
Yeah.
So who's
What-
It's like,
they're
what are we
denying-
doing?
They're
Also,
denying the dictatorship
Also,
route.
like a lot of governments, they don't think about the repercussions of this massive censorships.
Yeah.
Like there's so many businesses and livelihood in the platform and people working for the platform.
Right.
Like all of those IT people and customer service and
Right.
whatever human
And the
beings
companies
as little or as much as they
advertise.
have.
Right.
Yeah, all of that is gonna get lost. Also, this might turn into a political puppeteer kind of situation where one party takes it off and then in a couple of weeks, a couple of months, the other party puts it on and we are everyone's savior.
I mean, I wish we had an
Yeah,
attorney
so-
here just because would it not be unconstitutional though? I just can't imagine them not suing and saying that it's a violation of the First Amendment, right? Because
Yeah,
I mean, I
especially-
just don't get it. I don't
Yeah,
get how
especially
you
they're
get
not.
around that.
I'm like trying to figure out what do they think TikTok's doing that X and
That Facebook or
Threads
Instagram or
Facebook
YouTube
Instagram
doesn't do
or-
it.
Yeah, like
Because,
So it doesn't make sense to me.
well, think
'Cause
about it. Okay,
know.
so here's the thing. Think about it. First of all, X, Facebook, they are controlled by people, billionaires who probably lean more towards the right situation kind of a deal.
But are they
So,
really
wait,
controlled?
But think about it this way. TikTok has been the loud voice in society for the last definitely like 2-3 years, and it's grown more.
Yeah.
Especially after what happened nationally in November, the amount of emotions and freedom of speech that was expressed throughout the entire nation through TikTok was the loudest voice of all the platforms. So getting rid of that, and unfortunately to them, the loudest voice wasn't the narrative they wanted to be the loudest. So here is an opportunity to take away what is a huge driving force for social media, social voices, money opportunities that people receive through it. There's a lot to strip away to regain control of the narrative for mainstream media again, because TikTok that isn't controlled right now. They can't control it. And X is easier now because a lot of people who don't agree with the fundamentals of it have left it. So a lot of what is left on X is
bleeding
mostly
users.
a lot of things that a lot of us don't want to know or hear about. So again, so TikTok is a threat. It's the biggest threat social media wise right now of all the platforms. So that's why it does make sense.
So here's why I'm not in America, but I'm on the fence because Canada had the same concerns last year, right? The difference between Canada and US, however, is that Canada didn't take it over. Canada said, okay, you're a threat. Here's what I'm gonna do. We want no parts of you. So if you work in a government agency or you work somewhere that's government control for security reasons, you are not allowed to have TikTok. You can use TikTok for personal reasons. You can't have it if you work for the government. Also, all TikTok agencies in Canada were shut down. They had places in Vancouver, they shut them down. They're not allowed to operate in Canada. But the citizens, if you so choose, can use TikTok for personal reasons. Just not if you work in a government agency, you cannot have a device that has TikTok on it. That's it. And they go.
And they just started that with U.S. government staff, because that was the first big outrage that everyone that was a government employee had to have TikTok removed from their phones, work phone and personal phone. And if they still decided to keep it on their personal phone, they will have to lock the phone out of their office.
And
Like
that makes sense.
they will have to like put it on a locker and not have it anywhere close their working place, just in case
Yeah.
China hears
Yeah,
something.
and that makes
And I'm
sense if you're
like,
doing something with national security. But the average
Yeah.
American, I would assume, not American, is not dealing with anything national security wise. What
No.
are they going to use?
Exactly.
You use less
No.
to sign up for TikTok than you do for Facebook, than you do for Meta has been taking our phone numbers or
Mhm.
birthdays or whatever. Like it is
Yeah.
so easy to find
Meta,
people
they're
on
literally
Meta.
listening to us. If
That's
I say the name
exactly.
of a
Have you
if I
seen
say the name
Ray-Ban?
of a drink, it'll be on my phone the next time
Yeah.
I open up
Exactly.
my phone.
Yeah,
Are you
exactly.
kidding me?
Meta right now has
Like-
so many
like-
things to watch you. They have the Ray-Bans that you can buy that listens to you. It tells you, it
Yeah.
videos people without
Yeah.
their consent. Like that's their concern. That's the security
Yeah.
concerns you should be
I
worried
guess-
about.
Yeah, I guess to me it's all the same. And so for me, the reason why this is a topic for us is that I know so many authors right now that are doing really well and getting good sales on TikTok because their algorithm works better, better than Instagram, better than X, better than Facebook. So you post something, they actually put your stuff out to the people who want to see your stuff, and you'll get clicks on the links to your books.
Yeah,
It
and
actually
you guys have the
works.
shop.
I've seen it. It's happened to me. I did one post and got crap ton of sales to one of my books. So it works.
Well,
And you
nothing
guys
else,
get the TikTok
nothing else
shops.
work like that.
We don't have
Yeah,
it, but
TikTok
what
shop.
I
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
more shopping now on Instagram too. Did anybody notice that? I'm like, what is this?
yeah.
really
Because this is
they allow
the
links,
other
right?
thing, because there's been such a, for so many years, a trend to get rid of TikTok.
Mhm.
Other platforms like Instagram, especially Instagram and YouTube, have been trying to beef up like their coding and their algorithm to kind of like sort of substitute TikTok. So we're seeing that on Instagram shops. And from what I'm seeing, the algorithm for shorts on YouTube is gonna get incredibly good, similar to TikTok. Because the difference, a lot of people have not realized this. The thing that makes the algorithm of TikTok like really, really good is that your videos are blowing up not based on the amount of people that are following you, it's the amount of people who are interested in that specific content.
Yeah.
And the other platforms will still dependent on the amount of following that you have
Right.
to get you views.
Mhm.
And TikTok has always been, it's not the amount of followers that you have, it's the
No.
amount of people that
It's
are
the content
interested
for
in your
you.
specific content.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that I am seeing YouTube Shorts is doing, that they're like, they're not caring if you have 1 million or 10 views or 10 followers. If you're short, it's the content that this group of people are interested is gonna get there and it's gonna get views.
Right.
Good.
Yep.
Hopefully.
So
And that
a
way for
lot
a
of
while, too.
some platforms are adopting TikTok's algorithm.
Or
This
trying.
is why more than ever people are like just like make the content. Just forget about people following you, or just make the content that has the most appeal so you get the most eyes on it.
Mhm.
Which
What
again is
Sarah
why.
said is true too.
It's
Oh yeah,
why
Sarah
TikTok
has
works.
made a lot of good points.
Oh yeah,
I sent
Zara
that
is
one
killing
below,
it in the yeah. Zara's killing
'Cause
it here
did
in
used to be
the
about
chat.
that.
Yeah.
Why
Sorry,
did you leave
Des,
us,
I didn't
Zara?
mean to step on your thing.
Yes. Oh my
I
God.
know,
I didn't
right?
mean to step on you.
No, you're good. We're like, Sarah, come back.
I know.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
again proves the point that like TikTok is doing something that the others have failed to do.
Mhm.
Again, why it's not as controllable. So it's
Yeah.
that's why there is at least a significant group that higher ups that are going,
Right.
yeah, we need to get rid of this and formulate it so that we can gain back control. I had worries.
Yes.
You know,
Go back to work, Zara.
yeah.
Go back to work.
You know what this?
We
you know what's
pulled
funny?
her
This
in.
made me think about your question, Nia, about like what's next, after TikTok, or what's the next thing. And it's just funny because you think about, at least since I've come and gone from AuthorTube in this amount of time, but in my time there, it went from like, you got to be on Twitter, then you had to be on Instagram, then you had to be Facebook, and it's like it moves from one to another. I don't think it's ever gonna be static, ever.
Yeah.
I think it's always changing, it's always evolving. And I agree with the other thing she said about them all becoming
marketplaces.
About it becoming places to shop now, because that's the point.
It's gotten a little ridiculous.
See, my idea on this, my response to this will always, like, I'm not a social media advocate. Social media is great.
Same.
But you need to build at least it depends on your goal. If your goal is business, or if your goal is based on selling a product, or even building a community, social
brand
media can be great, sure, but you need your own platforms. So my thing, what's replacing TikTok is your newsletter, or your website, or different spaces that you control, because any of these can shut down tomorrow. Then what?
We're learning. At the same time, you're forced to play the marketing game, because at the end of the day, they won't look at your website and they won't look at your newsletter unless you attract them through social media. So it's like this double-edged sword, this catch-22 that we're kind of trapped in with social media, because most of us hate it. But we have to play the game when we have a business.
Because otherwise, to me, I'm like, where then, if I'm a person, I'm a writer, I'm at home, I wrote a book, where do I find the audience? You know what I mean? I'm one person. I'm one person without an agent or without a company behind me to put the word out. So where can I go to get the word out? And that is social media.
But also the funny thing is, like, but also the tried and true ways are still very relevant, because when you talk with a lot of business people, whether they are authors or other type of products, it's having a very solid, easy, very friendly website, and a lot of them are like ads. Like, commercial are still a thing. They're just sponsored on the internet. You're not going. And the other thing, collaborations. Again, build a community, nurture your community, make real friends, and then you're not gonna be chained to a social media and trying to pander to an algorithm that you will never understand because they keep changing it.
But devil's advocate, where do you build the community? How do you build it? Where do you reach these people? How do you let them even know you exist, if not through social media?
Before we had social media, we built it by, again, websites that are very easy, very searchable, so you catch the eye of someone, and ads. People are like, it's short and simple. You're like, I'm curious about the same way you're curious about on a video on social media or a post. Because technically social media is advertising.
Yes, really quick to that though, the thing with a website, my issue, because in my fitness business, when I was building my fitness business, it didn't matter if I had a website if nobody knew who I was to click on my website. I had to put on classes, and it was very exhausting to start getting my name, but it wasn't. And I was known within my town. And when I would go to a convention, all of these things cost money. Those fitness conventions cost me thousands of dollars to go to. And then I would meet people, and then they would invite me to do an event. And that's how I could get people. No, people don't have tens of thousands of dollars to go here and there and there to network with everybody so that we can get a handful of people to come to our website. But when I got on YouTube, it's like night and day to be able to reach thousands of people and to get thousands of people following.
We don't work the same as we used to. Back in the day before social media, blogs were a thing. People went to blogs, phone numbers, people called, people had house phones. And if they needed to search something, you had to go a different route than we can go now. But now, internet and social media has made us a little more lazy, and we want instant gratification. And so we're looking for the fastest way to connect, and it's not the old ways. So that's where you kind of do feel a little stuck, where you feel forced to play the marketing game through social media because
Is the fastest way? Are we connecting?
well, superficially,
you assume, but you assume that the people on social media are there to connect. That's the goal of social media. Initially was for community and connecting, but that's changed over the like right now you have people that have spreadsheets of like rhetoric that they just copy and paste. Like, hi, how are you?
Yeah.
Buy my book, buy my course. This is what that's what social media has become. That's not what it was intended to be, but that's what it's become.
I went out the window.
Oh no! When it was MySpace, it was about being. You had to make friends, and your friends were on a list.
You had a top
were
five.
Not,
was
not
MySpace.
you were not the top five.
You numbered them.
MySpace is still a thing. Like you're like when it was MySpace.
Remember
this?
Who is in MySpace?
Justin Timberlake bought it.
See, author, not author.
Really?
Seriously.
Yeah. MySpace, it exists.
That's honestly, I think, the only good thing he has done with his life, honestly.
I'm like, I see no other redeeming
Hot
quality.
topic. Hot topic, and I am not gonna get off the hill.
See?
I'm not gonna die on it, but I am not gonna get down.
Yeah, I didn't know. Wow. MySpace still exists. The singers and the celebrities are still on it. The music people.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, I'm surprised it's not changed.
I will say, like, as a person who wasn't pushing anything, but was just on social media, or I guess I was talking about a topic towards the end, but it was just on social media. So when I got sick and was diagnosed in August, September, I like stopped. And when I say I stopped, I mean like I didn't open it or look at it at all. And the one thing I will say is, and I have actually taken most of them off my phone. It's the most incredible. Which, by the way, is why I missed one of these writers' rooms because I'd forgotten about it and I didn't get on Instagram anymore. So someone mentioned after that I had missed it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, we do that on Instagram." But anyway, it's really free. Yes, it is really. Yes,
you feel lighter.
I slept better. Like it's just so many things were different and better. I read more. That's the other thing. I read so many more books since I've not been like looking at people's lives through Instagram. It's just really
friend, I showed Dee the amount of screen time that I have per day and per week.
Is it
and
crazy?
She was like, look at her face. She's like, how? It
like
is
5
ridiculous.
hours, 6 hours. It can't be more than that. When do you sleep?
I'm curious now.
Like, oh God.
Wait,
let me find it. From the numbers, it looks like Esther is asleep with the phone right next to her.
Hang on, let me look. Where is
Let
this?
me find it.
I know. I'm like, I don't even know.
Where do you find it?
Where do you find this on your phone?
Oh, screen time. Screen time. It's a thing in your.
It's on screen time. So I show her just one of my social medias. I spend on a week 30 hours on YouTube. I have a full-time job on YouTube. Yeah, just YouTube. Wow. And that is what my phone records. That is just what I'm watching on my phone. That doesn't count what I watch on my laptop.
See, and I was making excuses. I'm like, but yeah, do you listen because I sometimes when I want to sleep and can't, I listen to like ambient sounds and stuff like that. So that would count. But she's like, no.
And she's like, no, this is my active listening. Yeah, no, my screen time is usually really low. If it even peaks up, I'm like, what was happening this week that I was
right.
But yeah, going on X, and I literally haven't been on X in so long. And someone sent me a link
it over a year ago.
Yeah. I'm like, I can't believe how much I used to be on there. I'm
back on my shenanigan. I'm 27 hours a week on YouTube.
Wow,
it's 5 hours on YouTube per day. It's literally.
What's your screen time on your phone as a whole? When you're also on socials and all that, does it count that?
Yeah. So I have to give you so my total screen time is for a week is 57 hours and 39 minutes. A week. 33 hours are entertainment, so that's probably the shows that I watch, and that's I think where YouTube is at. My socials, 15 hours.
I don't know mine, so
My
I'm not gonna judge.
my productivity,
breaks
2
down.
hours.
Productivity 2 hours.
It breaks it down. And that's for a week.
How dare you phone call me out like that?
Oh wow, it breaks you down. Oh wow.
I think I turned mine off.
So.
Mine has. This is hilarious. Mine is messages 1. 2 is the Hy-Vee app, which is my grocery store. So that's I spend more time in my, and then number 3 is my wallet. So those are the 3 things I clearly use my phone for.
My top 2, 2 of my top ones are also shopping things, but it also says I'm up 38% from last week. It's because I am doing my holiday shopping, but even with everything being up, my hours are 22 hours for a week.
Wow.
And that's up. I am not when I'm not answering our group messages, I am not on my phone.
Friend, I have a job. I write books for a part-time. I take care of my mom, and apparently I have a full-time with YouTube, and they don't
with their phone.
That's hilarious.
I love it. But you know what?
Hours a day?
Esther is also the social media marketing guru, so it's makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
She's very immersed.
I do like social media. People will be like, "Do you like it?" when they see what I do for next year, but I do. It's just
I'm gonna say I love it this year too, Esther. You gotta speak things into being. You gotta love it to do it. So I'm gonna tell myself I love it too. I love it. Not because you're good at something means you like it. I'm good at social media.
No, I don't dislike it because I'm not good at it for marketing purposes. I dislike it for my mental health.
Yeah, it's very exhausting.
It messes with my insecurities. It messes with my mental health. It doesn't provide me really a lot. Like it doesn't outweigh good wise. It's usually good is like down here where you can't see it, and it's doing more harm, I feel, than good for me. So, but it's too addicting. And when you are neurodivergent, you just want anxiety-wise to have something to shut out the world and mind-numbingly turn off your brain. Yeah. So.
It scares me.
And to answer the question, I don't think there's anything that has been invented yet to replace TikTok, because I don't see people going back to Instagram and YouTube at the level that
they
TikTok
don't work.
is being used.
They don't work the same. They don't work the same.
It's not the same.
And I feel like people weren't
users.
People mad at one point.
You know,
Instagram, because Instagram used to be all about just pictures, videos,
aesthetics,
and so you would scroll Instagram and you'd be like, it was like a little dopamine hit. Right. Look at all the pretty pictures. Look at all the pretty clothes. The pretty places,
you know,
food. And now it's
this is a random thought that is coming in my head.
I love this.
If or when we still don't know. I still don't believe that date until it actually happens. The only thing that I can see eye to eye with Republicans is not trusting the government, even though they are like, let the government decide everything, and I'm just like, what the fuck? But anyways, that was a tangent. But I think because TikTok was really good to have every generation and every age in one single platform. And if it goes, we're gonna see a resurgence on Snapchat for the younger generation. And then each generation will go back to their original social media. So probably millennials are gonna go back to Instagram. Gen Xers are gonna probably push their boomers out of Facebook and be like, your social media time is done. Get back to your TV and your newspaper.
This is a good take. Honestly, I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
everybody just separating
because
back
that's
out into their little.
yeah, because that's the one thing that I really saw TikTok did really well. The
True.
communities very rarely talk to each other, but you could see every age, every generation on
Yeah.
TikTok. Once it's disappear, everyone just gonna go back to their comfort social
Yeah,
media.
because I
And
was
we
Yep.
know every generation has their comfort social
Yeah.
media.
No, it was actually interesting because you say that, and I realize now, like subconsciously, it is true.
Mhm.
I was scrolling and I would find like really older gamers, like older great grandparents being gamers on TikTok, and I was like, "What is this?"
Right.
And they had like their whole following, and I saw that nowhere else, not even on Twitch.
We
Yeah.
were the original gamers. We were the ones, like,
Yeah.
Atari came out when I was little.
Exactly.
You know, we were the
I
OG.
remember that.
We were the OG.
So it
Yeah.
was interesting to see that.
Sega,
Yeah.
we had Sega.
Oh, I remember Sega.
Sega.
Everyone
You
had
know what?
a place on TikTok. It's true.
Agree. Well, and the other thing I'll say, like, I'll give another example. So, like, when I was looking at, like, watching lymphoma videos all summer, like, I didn't know what it was, didn't know what kind exactly. I was just watching it. I will say I got more information from TikTok on that, as far as like every age group and lots of different, like, diversity as far as the different, because there are like 62 different kinds of non-Hodgkins, and I don't know how many kinds of Hodgkins. But anyway, I remember as I watched those, you're right, different ages, but different places around the world, different ideas on medicine, like how you treat. Just, it was really interesting. So I found a lot more of that on TikTok than I did on, like, YouTube, for example. YouTube was much, I don't know, it just wasn't as wide of and generational, you know what I mean? Like different generations of people going through the same disease at different points in your life, right? When you might be like, well, what's it like at that age? And I keep getting closer to the olds. Like, oof, I want to go back the other direction.
Yeah, that is also true. YouTube, people still, I see. I don't know why people lump YouTube in social media, because
it's a search
It feels
engine.
very
I
different.
love, because for me, Google, YouTube, and Pinterest are in the same section. They are
Agreed.
search engines.
Agree.
They're not social media, because honestly, the moment YouTube got rid of like response videos and like building community through the comments, they stopped their social media aspect. They did try to bring away community with the community tab, but honestly,
It's not the same.
in a video focus platform, no one is really going to go to the community tab to read something. Like, if it's so important, either make a video or make a short.
Yes, exactly.
Because we are in a video focus platform. Don't try. Do you want to write something? Go to Twitter. Go to Blue Sky. Go to Facebook. Right there. Not here.
True.
I've been on YouTube since I think 2012, 2013. I've never used the community tab until recently with YouTube, because if I even on my fitness channel, if I had something to say, I literally would make a video about it. And then lives started happening. I didn't do lives until AuthorTube. But yeah, it was a community, but it was community because if I made a video, everybody would comment in the comments, and you would respond to the comment in the comments. And that feels very different from what TikTok is and what Instagram is and what X and used to be Twitter. Twitter is literally, I cannot believe how much for someone who doesn't use Twitter, X, whatever at all now, I literally can't believe how much I used to use it. Like, so much.
I did too.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
So nice not to have it. So.
Yeah, totally.
I do find your hot take awesome, Barrett, because
Oh,
I
well,
do believe YouTube, it is behind the curve, but I'm also thinking that they are just trying to bring more people to the platform, not
right.
that they're trying to catch up to other social medias.
Right.
Yeah,
Because they're still primarily a long form video content
agree.
platform that's
Agree.
still reigning king in the platform.
Agree.
And specifically when you upload shorts, I don't know how many people upload shorts, they almost immediately kind of like push you to go to the section to add to connect a video content to it.
Right.
And if
Right.
you don't, they actually remind you, hey, do you have a video content to attach to this short? Hey, you need to attach a video content to the short. And sometimes I'm like, sir, back off.
Well, and
I don't
doesn't
have
it ask
anything
you
that
on
I
the
want
long form too? Like when you're
Yeah,
uploading
it asks
long
on
form,
the
I think
long
it
form.
asks you there too.
It,
Like, do you want to connect back
It
yeah.
doesn't ask me for me to connect a long form to a short form. No.
Oh, I thought it did. Okay, I was thinking.
Yeah,
Not
I
for
haven't done
me.
a video in a minute.
Sometimes too.
Oh,
so
okay. Yeah,
I
it
thought it did.
recommends
It
that
does
I.
if you need the short from a long video.
Oh, okay. Like if I cut
Oh.
one down. Okay,
Yeah.
I did do that. So that's probably why.
Yeah, I ignore them. I'm like, people know where to find Logan shorts if they want
I'm gonna do what I want.
I'm
Do
like,
what I want.
who knows what would happen if I did? Oh Lord.
Yeah. So I feel like we're just gonna go back to pre TikTok. Instead of just like being like, oh my god, it's the underworld. People will be like, okay, I'm just gonna go back to my comfort place and then try to find my people again if I don't have them already.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be interesting to see the backlash because a lot of us, enjoy it or try to use it free as marketing and all these things, but there are a lot of people who actually make an income.
A lot
Yeah,
of money.
that's what my
Like,
concern is.
TikTok
What
Shop has
Yeah.
changed the bank of so many people and the life of so many people. And it's
Yeah.
just not on BookTube. It's like art, like painters and crafters
Yeah.
and people who like, I don't know, clothes designers. Like
Before and
they
after
have been
stuff.
there's so many. Like here on YouTube, how many times you're watching a video and they just randomly be like, oh, let's do an unboxing. This is something that I bought in a TikTok shop.
Right.
Like that is almost something that you watch in almost every freaking video.
Yep.
People they don't go to Amazon. They go to TikTok.
I'm fighting it, yeah, because I'm still and this is probably the elder millennial in me. I'm like, I don't fully trust the TikTok shop yet. I'm like, Amazon and we've built trust enough that I can buy.
They don't
something.
ship to Puerto Rico, so I don't even have the option.
Right?
Immediately that I see something, I'm like, ooh, that's awesome. We don't ship to your place, and I'm like,
everything else, Canadian, people outside of the US can't even shop on TikTok shops. So
yeah,
here's
the thing.
US
I'm a territory, and I cannot shop on TikTok shop.
Y'all, you are in my boat, okay? We are together in this.
But I'm very much like Des. I know she says she's an older millennial. I'm a younger Gen Xer. And if I see something on TikTok shop, I also go look for it elsewhere because I'm like, I don't know that I
don't trust. I'll look up the name.
I don't totally trust you. So I need to go make sure that this is a legit thing before I buy it. So I need to see it somewhere else to say, oh, this is real.
Again, if it does end up getting banned, here's what I'll do. I'll just start different accounts for all of y'all. Tell me what you normally watch, and I'll just send you videos of what's going on. Okay? I'll keep you abreast.
Okay. That sounds safe.
I don't trust the
I know. Now I would like to see if this is gonna happen, if it's gonna hit Puerto Rico, because they make so many stupid exceptions for us just because. So I wonder if we're gonna get hit by it, or it's just gonna be like, oh, they're not a state, so we don't worry. And there's something else, and maybe I will still have TikTok, or maybe I can bypass it with a VPN.
Okay, so here's the thing. I think because again, I'm not American, but unfortunately, if TikTok does indeed get banned in America, as much as I love the rest of the world, it is going to trickle down. Realistically, it is going to trickle down to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Well, sure.
Canada, for sure. The UK maybe lasts a little bit longer, but the fact that most of the stuff like TikTok shops and most of the income of the economy on TikTok is based in America.
Right.
Like, so if
Yeah.
it does get shut down, unfortunately, we may keep it for another few months or a year, but it's going to go here too, realistically.
There'll be a ripple effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that kind of like it's not like the AI situation, but do you think that because so many indie authors have found success on TikTok making money that they're like, I can't believe I'm selling books, I'm reaching people I never thought I could reach, that there are other authors that don't like it and are like,
Well, sure, right? It'll be the Luddite folks
we
who will
don't
be
like that you're able to sell
there's-
your book over there.
I mean, there's always jealousy in the
course,
author
yeah.
community,
That's the
but
word.
that feels like is in any facet. Like, if you're someone who does really good with advertising, there's gonna be a dozen of other authors who
Yeah.
will hate on you
Yeah.
because they're probably like, oh, they're probably paying for someone to make their ads. Or maybe all of those clicks are paid. So sadly, as much as uplifting the author community can be, they can also push you down, and they won't stop until they see you broken and battered and all
Because they want
bloody
to
and
level
money.
the playing field with themselves again. Because
Yeah.
then I think
It's not about you; it's about them.
Yeah, because then it causes to question, well, then what am I doing wrong? Aren't I working as hard as they are? Aren't I doing the same thing? Didn't I post kind of like the same post they did, but I only got 200 views while they got 10,000? Like, those thoughts, sadly, I mean, there's always going to be those who it affects that way. Because a lot of times, and it's been with Instagram, it's been with any social media platform that has been used in the marketing sense, there is hard work, but then there's also the algorithm and the luck of the algorithm.
Right.
But sometimes,
Exactly.
and then there's so much behind the scenes stuff that, like, Heather and I even spoke about it, like in our podcast and stuff, was there's even to the point that, as well, anything is great and also has its negative. There's pros and cons with everything, but like TikTok has a pretty algorithm where they will push pretty people's content. They literally have the AI look at what is considered, standard pretty.
I was about to ask, who decides who's pretty?
Fair European, skinny. Those are like the 3 categories. And if you look Instagram modelish and you're pretty enough, the algorithm favors you. No matter what.
I should get on there. I'm finally skinny.
It's wild.
Or if you use their filters, have you ever realized?
Do you know so many people use the filters?
Or the eyelashes and the makeup and the straight nose ones, and they're like,
all the filters are to make you closer to what the algorithm is thought to be like. Oh, this is desirable for people to stay longer in the platform. Because again, the bottom line of all of these social media platforms, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Blue Sky, Thread, is to keep people in the platform as long as possible. And you're gonna get push more into the eyeballs of more people, the more you keep people in the platform. It doesn't matter if you have the greatest copy or if you have the crappiest copy. It doesn't matter if your graphics are like crisp and 4K or like a crappy blurry thing. If you keep people longer in the platform, they will push your content more because you're doing what they want you to do.
Exactly. Yeah. So there are so many factors behind the scenes that you can't fully control either. So it's kind of, so it's difficult for authors. Everyone's trying to replicate what the other successful ones are doing. And there are so many other pieces that it's like you may not just fall under those pieces. And that and you're out of luck. And that's the game. And so it's interesting. It's
We shall see. We'll still have to go through half of January to know.
I think
Probably to
people are
the
going
end
to
of
fight it
January
for
to know.
sure. They're going to, I'm sure
Yeah.
people are working behind the scenes
This is
even
the
now.
Because you're
I
talking
think
about
this is
people's
the
money.
other
At this
thing.
point, you're talking about people's money,
Yeah.
people's
Exactly. And
income.
businesses
Yeah.
that have invested
Yeah.
contracts with TikTok that are out 6, 9, 10 months. So,
Exactly.
Yeah.
again, when money's involved, nothing will move too quickly.
Listen,
Yeah.
and
And
again, a lot
you
of
have
industries-
so many people affected.
Right.
Like the amount of lawyers that will take those cases pro bonos
Exactly.
just for the boost in their career to
Right.
be able to say, we work with the people and save TikTok from the evil government. Like, you're going to have lawyers salivating for those opportunities.
a lot of the major industries depend on TikTok. So I really don't think this is going anywhere because like the entertainment industry, come on now, a song that comes out, a single doesn't blow up until it blows up on TikTok. So
Right.
it's not about the smaller industries. Most of the entertainment industry drives America. So it's like,
we'll have to wait and see.
It's just a bully tactic. They want
I follow
So
I follow a lot of musicians, and almost anyone knows, like JoJo. She made TikToks just kind of like making a jab to her, to at that moment, her record company, because they were like, yeah, until that song is not a TikTok viral, we're not gonna release it. So she did a series of TikToks of different songs, and she will like add like the thing about, if this song doesn't go viral, like my music company says, you're not gonna be able to hear it.
that's the
And
thing.
she did a series of videos like that, and I'm like, yes, girl,
a lot of these
Go.
are the musicians because they will tell you that they'll put the polls out. Listen, I need my next single, and it only depends on what blows up on TikTok. So they will tease like 3 different songs, and whichever one blows up, that becomes the next single. TikTok drives a lot of the industries, major industries in the US. So again, this is a bully tactic. They want the app, they want control in the app.
Hence why there is
so it's gonna be a hot battle.
Yeah,
well, that's why
this is just gonna
hopefully
be
there
that.
will be.
Hope it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see, because I don't know if this is true, so it could be just rumor that someone made up, but supposedly there will be a different version of TikTok, but it's TikTok America. So if that ends up being true, we'll see what happens and what that even looks like.
Is it like a
As
knockoff
long
of
as
that?
I don't miss my Asian thirst traps, we're good. I got my priorities on lock.
Thank you for
I
coming
want
to
my
today's
thirst traps. I want my thirst
Oh my
traps.
gosh.
Oh, those thirst traps.
I love it. I love it.
And on
Girl,
that
my
note,
Instagram is full of bikers. I don't know why, but I am embracing it.
That is so not on brand with like your K-pop aesthetic.
That's the
No,
thing.
Wow.
Barrett,
Wow.
she's found some weird way to match them together. Because these bikers because I see some of them, and they're on my.
Why are you seeing them? She's sending them to you.
So these
Okay.
bikers, for some reason, like they look like they could be half Korean, half American, sitting on the bike.
Yeah, they look mixed. They look mixed. But it's okay. Laura always send me reels, and then she kind of like veers back my algorithm back to where it's supposed to be.
Right, Laura. I don't
Back
know
on
if I
track.
don't think you're here. Is she? So Laura is the issue. We'll talk later, Laura. We'll talk later.
Deidre's like, I may need to see some of these. I just need to check it out real quick.
Just get me those Asian thirst trap that you sent Esther
What y'all are
to.
listening to. I just need to make sure what you're watching is appropriate, So, but I'll be the judge.
Yeah.
Just send them to me. Yeah.
Girl, if you really want me to send you Asian thirst trap,
If you open that can of worms, Dee, be prepared.
Yeah.
Just
remember you asked for it.
Exactly.
Right.
Oh, so friends, we have been talking for quite a while. It's always fun. Let's talk about what we all have coming up next in our
lives,
careers and our
Career
things and things going forward in 2025 because there are some changes coming. Who wants to start? My goodness.
Who's
I
the
think-
least dramatic? Let's
I
go
think
least.
before we're-
Least
Oh,
Yeah. Who's the
the
least dramatic of the bunch?
Well, like who has the? I mean, I have the least going on. I'm not doing much. I'll do writers' room Sunday, and then each month thereafter, and quarterly this. That's it. Love you all.
Oh, you're doing more than me. Oh no, well,
What? No.
I mean, YouTube wise, you're doing more than me, sir.
Let's count collaborations on books.
No, we're not talking about books.
Yeah, that changes the game.
Oh, Barrett,
part.
the
That part.
voices that I sent thee today.
So, okay, so guys, let's go over to me because I won't be doing as much on my YouTube channel. If you want to follow me on video, you will have to subscribe to my Patreon at patreon.com/skywinterbooks. Specifically because I don't have time to do it. That I'm in school full time. I got sicknesses. I got issues, okay?
Right.
And I need money. So I have to focus on the stuff that brings an income. So that's the truth of it all. I will still be on screen when I can, doing the productivity sprints if I can. Again, just like the earlier part of this semester, it may not be a lot. If you see me in the chat, say hi. I'm alive. But I will be working. I have a lot of pen names, and my D Sky Lily are all releasing books in 2025. In January alone, I have 3 releases y'all can check out. Go ahead and check them out. They're very close succession. Deidre has a release on January 14th. Deidre again has a release on January 21st. And Lily has a release on January 22nd. Lily should also have another release for the hockey people, but I'll speak to my Patreon people about that, maybe not in January. But again, I have a lot of releases. I have a lot of school stuff. I have a lot of stuff. So YouTube is going to take a back seat. That is the announcement because I ain't going to do a video. So that's the announcement, y'all.
There's like nobody else coming. So you heard it here. This is it.
If you're not
Maybe
hearing
she'll
this,
clip this. Maybe she'll clip this.
You heard it?
Yeah.
I don't hear it at all.
Maybe I could do that. I could do that.
Yeah,
I could
clip
do
that.
Right. So yeah, I'll be around. If you see me, reach me on social media while you still have them available. Come and say hi.
There you go.
probably me. I don't
It worked out
know.
perfectly, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I will. How do I say this? So I will still be around. The video content will get a backseat. I will try to at least. I know I have 3 different writing related series. I will try to post a writing related video once a month. We shall see. I will keep my Friday stream because that's pretty much where I write my paranormal romances serialized. And I will still stream on Twitch. Other than that, I have my plate very full with my 2 pen names and trying to get a book ready to query. So, like I have talked with a lot of my friends. The 2025 is the year that I am reclaiming my time. So it's gonna be my time, my terms, and when I'm available. If I'm not available, then next day. So yeah, you will see me on streams, not as often, and I will have a cutoff. So while the US is an hour behind because they like to be special like that, I most likely will be leaving streams before they are done. Because I have made my my timeline. I have a cutoff for my screens,
You're
and
an
I'm
hour
sticking
ahead,
to it.
so you're an hour
Yeah.
ahead. You need sleep.
Yeah, yeah, and I am making a lot of changes, so that's gonna reflect on the amount of actual available time that I will be online. So yeah, that's I will explain a little bit more once I share my goals for 2025, but that's the gist of it. I'll be here, but not as much as I
And I will not be sharing my goals for 2025 because ain't nobody making that mess.
I still believe
Y'all
in
will
you,
see it
Deidre.
backstage.
I
I
do
still believe in
too.
you. I still believe in you. I'm gonna be your cheerleader.
I believe in you. I will also make space for you to work on them because I
Y'all
also
just
have
like Esther.
stupid, crazy goals. But
Y'all will just
I
like Esther.
share the PG-13 of goals on YouTube. I don't share my insanity on
I
This
only
is
have
curated.
I only have insanity,
Even
Esther, in
lives
one
are
mode.
curated.
One mode. I have insanity and that's it. I take it or leave it. Y'all know me.
The 2025 have not started. I know not even halfway through it. You're gonna be like, so I said yes to, and we're like,
2025,
you
Esther. I already the thing that you messaged that you saw on social media. I was not a thing a month ago. It wasn't a thing. It just happened.
Oh no.
Oh,
Again,
goodness.
insanity is my
did
brand.
she just put a base, a whale base under my argument? She
Yeah,
did.
I'm not
Yeah.
disagreeing. I'm very self-aware. I am not disagreeing. I did not tell any. I'm the queen of the
I
Lulu. I
love
live in the
you.
Lulu land. Okay, welcome,
No.
y'all. You all are welcome here. Come on, come on.
Oh gosh. All right.
Oh boy.
I will go next.
Okay.
Because I have I have changes, but I feel like it's all good things.
Oh yay.
So I mentioned it before briefly on one of my streams, but we are having our first grandbaby on our side. My oldest daughter is is blessed with a baby to be soon, and we're all totally excited. So I'm I'm still gonna stream. I don't know that I'm gonna stream every Tuesday. So I'm gonna try and schedule it out. If I can do every Tuesday on any given month, I will. But there will probably be a break in May and June for me. I'm gonna have family coming, we're gonna have baby coming, so there's gonna be a lot going on. And I still am very strongly in my writing phase, but I'm pulling more as of late to my crafty side. I did this also when I had my kids. I wanted to make things and do all the things, and I'm feeling that urge very strongly. The good thing is, there's a group of friends from many of that you know in the community. I can't announce anything yet because we don't have a date yet, but we will be doing some other things, writing, but also some book crafting. All types of crafting and baking and podcasting and just lots and lots of fun things. So stay tuned. I'm not going anywhere. You might not see me as much in the same capacity. I'll still be doing the Writers React every quarter, still be doing scripting the book because you guys know I love talking about books. I can talk about books all day long. So we'll still be doing scripting the book. And I still do need to do some productivity. So there'll probably be more productivity sprints. I do have some publishing goals for this year, which I've scaled my publishing goals back because the reality of what my year looks like has changed. So do stay tuned, but I'm very excited. And hopefully by the end of first quarter, the girlies and I will have it together. We have it together. It's so funny because we talked about it 6 months ago, and then everybody's life exploded. Good in good ways. In good ways. People are getting books published and things are happening. So it's not bad. People are moving, and so it's all been good things, but we had wanted to get started in December. So we will see when we can get started. We'll try to meet soon and let you guys know something. But it's if you're into crafty things, and there's a couple of us Gen Xers there, and we're going to talk about what it's like to be older in the crafty and liking things like Star Wars and and Doctor Who and all. So there's so much stuff that we want to talk about that's not just
I like
writing,
Star Wars.
if that makes sense. And a lot of us love to do things and make things with our hands, and so it'll be a lot of that. So stay tuned. Hopefully, we'll have something to announce for you guys by the end of quarter 1. And yeah, lots and lots of good fun things. So I'm excited. Speaking of exciting things, let's move on to Des.
Well, first of all, I'm so excited to hear. I didn't know about half of that. So that makes me so excited. I love that you guys are going to be also talking about just your generation kind of things and emotions. And I love that so much. I feel like we need that a lot right now from all avenues. But anyway, I am going to try to keep this short. The funny thing is, I did record a video. I filmed the video and I edited it. And I was trying to export it. And then my computer said, hey, you don't have any more memory in this computer. And I was like, oh, okay. So there was panic. There was cleanup. There was this whole thing. And the video somehow disappeared. So 2 days of editing went out the window.
Uh-oh.
All the raw footage. I just have to do it all over again.
No,
So,
okay, hold on. Everybody be quiet. Just be quiet, right? And now let Nia put Des on the screen by herself and let this be the video so she can cut it. Put Des on the screen by herself and she can just do her video.
She's saying you can make your video now.
Get your tissues. Get
I
your
was
tissues.
so confused. I'm like,
We'll make
I
it
don't
big.
just me on the screen.
Just you. Big enough.
We can do this. We can do this. Do you want to do it, Des? I won't make it big unless you want
We
to.
can't do that right now. No.
Okay, she said cannot do it. Okay,
I
because
will
I can
give
do
you-
it.
I will give you guys the gist, so you guys will hear it first here. But eventually, the YouTube video will go up. It is basically a goodbye to AuthorTube, and it is a goodbye to the CRW YouTube channel. So, my time in that space has finally it's just that chapter is closing in my life, and it was a hard decision because there's so much memories and nostalgia that it's gonna, it feels sad to let it go, but at the same time I also feel good that I am moving forward to a different time in my life. Like I told my friends know this already. The people that are AuthorTube friends are also my actual friends, and we communicate outside of this. So I'm like, we're not going anywhere. We're going to be friends. They're stuck with me. But yes, it's time, and I'm excited for what's to come. So you will not see me around AuthorTube at all. You won't see me here. This is my last show here on Writers React, which really is kind of, especially being here today, I'm like, I'm gonna miss this so much.
I know.
This has been fun. It was an honor to be asked to be one of the hosts. Thank you, Nia, and the group that decided to say, yeah, let's let Desiree come in. Me and Esther kind of got recruited at the same time. And so it's been an honor. It's been fun. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed my time with AuthorTube. You guys all came into my life at a very pivotal time. So all that will be in the video. I'm not going to get into it. But yes, AuthorTube, the CRW channel, Coffee Reading Writing, is ending. But I do have exciting things coming up. And one of those exciting things is that some of you have met Heather because she's been on a couple live streams with the group. She's my best friend. We've been friends for like 21 years. And we started a podcast. And I'm not. We started a podcast, and the podcast is called Perpetually Overdue, the Perpetually Overdue podcast. Why? Because as millennials, Heather and I have a lot of history, and we have always felt like a little left behind, or we felt like late bloomers in life because of religious trauma growing up and all these things, and part of our culture as Hispanic women of color. So we did things later than most people, and we want to talk about it because we know there are others out there. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk. Our first episode is December 17th, Tuesday, wherever you listen to podcasts. But if you like to watch your podcast, we do have a YouTube channel. So that will also be available. Thank you, JC. That's awesome. That is also available. The first episode is already scheduled. You can go hit notify me so that when it goes live, if you want want to head over and subscribe, we would totally love that. But yeah, we want to create a safe space for community, because that is literally all I ever even wanted with Coffee Reading Writing, was for creative minded people to come together and have a safe space to, help each other, encourage each other, commiserate with each other about all the funs and all the woes of being creatives, of being people with chronic conditions, of being people who are neurodivergent. And as women, after November, there's been a lot of feminine rage in us as well. And so we talk about that in episode 1, feminine rage heard around the world. So we're really excited. It's a new venture. Feel free. We have Instagram, we have TikTok, we have YouTube. And as of Tuesday, wherever, because unfortunately, until the episode goes live, we're not officially on the podcast sites yet, but come Tuesday morning, wherever you listen to your podcast, you will find us there. So feel free, follow us. And I'm excited. We'll see what happens. I'm still a writer. I will always be a writer. That is who I am. I will tell stories. I am a storyteller. So writing is not something I'm giving up, but I'm just not going to publicly focus on that. And I'm keeping a lot of things more internalized for at least the next year. And so you'll see me in other avenues, but you won't see me around where you normally do. So long story short, there it is. Thank you so much for all the love and support you have all given me. And here's to 2025. We're all going to survive it together.
Yes. We're going to miss you. And I wonder if we did a reunion special and could bring back all the peoples at some point.
That would be so. Let's do that next year.
I'm in. I will.
Like at the end of the year, maybe.
Okay.
Well, yeah, we should do that at the end of the year. Yeah, let's do that. Let's bring everybody back.
I will be available. Absolutely. I love that idea so much.
I feel like we're becoming like the Housewives or something. We're like changing. So I'm like, all right, we'll bring everybody back. We'll have someone come on and talk all the time about everybody.
Ask us questions.
It's so good.
But we'll miss you terribly.
Yes, very much so. It has been an absolute joy. You are a delight. You have been a delight in the community. You know that so many people have been rooting for you, and we still do and always will. Yeah. Absolutely love you. And we're excited for what's coming. We're excited for what's coming. We all need good things to come. We need good things. And so I'm so glad that you found something that you're going to be able to pour some of that passion you have into it.
I'm excited. It's hard because FOMO fights you, and you're like, well, maybe I can just hop on here and hop on there, but I'm like, no,
we'll hop to you. That's fine.
I know, but
we will hop to you.
Yeah,
hey, but it's time to rip the
band.
Band-Aid.
The podcast chats saying, that's my friend.
I love you all, and I've really enjoyed just what we have built as a community, even in the last few years, and honestly,
I love that idea.
This is
true.
I didn't know about everyone's plan.
Right, exactly.
I love that. It feels like everyone's pivoting a little.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
And I think it's a good thing. I think it's absolutely timely, and so I'm excited for everyone. I'm excited to see where everyone, kind of leans, and I feel like it's for the best for us. So, yay.
Yeah. I feel like it's going to be a lot of fun to get back to doing all of the things and because I've changed my channel before, and who knows, this might be me finding that thing that I'm like, no, I thought it was writing, but it's actually this. And so I want to get in my bubble. You guys know I keep talking about I'm going to need to be in my bubble. Just get back to the things I really, really love, and just get a chance to do all the things that I love to do. And who knows? Maybe I will literally just be me doing all of the things, half baked, but doing a ton of things, and y'all can just. I'll show you what I do. And I'm like, I try
happy as long as you're happy.
And I'll be happy. Oh my gosh. I used to try crazy stuff with my kids, and we made that. And people are like, "That's amazing," and we're like, "It might fall apart, but we made that," you know.
I also had this feeling that a lot, at least in our smaller community, in the author community here on YouTube, got here to find their people,
Yeah.
like their group, their tribe, their fellow writers. And it's just so happened that a lot of us have found it, and we don't see the need or push to keep up with a channel when the main purpose of it has been
Achieved.
already completed.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So some of
That's
us might pivot, some of us might just be like, there's the archive of things that I did. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. And the
like
other
a lot of
thing. Oh, go. You
No, no.
say. No, you go.
No, I was just saying, take a page out of our books. A lot of things
Yeah.
in the world are changing, especially if you're in the US. You need to find your bubble and find your happy.
Yes.
Yes.
Don't do things that are going to make you even further frustrated and further push you down a mental hole. No.
Yes.
No. Do what makes you happy.
Yeah.
Think about your mental health.
Very
That's
important
important.
right now. Yes.
Yeah. Well, and I think I would say to anybody else, though, too, like out there that's still doing productivity and whatever on cameras, the other thing I think I love is we have watched so many different groups of people that have done exactly what we're kind of all doing now. And at different times, you were kind of like, oh, I wish I hung out with them because it looks like they have a lot of fun. Now, some of them turned out crazy, and we're not even going to talk about it because we've talked about them on here before. But most of them are great, and we know, we've kind of gotten to meet some of them or even collab with some of them. But it's true, like people go and find their people, and then they kind of pivot and move on with life. And some stay in the space, and some go and come back. I think it's always evolving, always changing. But I do think that everyone that we have kind of held close and in our little circle, I mean, heck, we've gotten mad at each other. We fought over things. We still come back to each other in the end. So, and it's all started here. It was just the common thread that kind of brought people together. So go find your people too, if we're not exactly
So
yet.
if you're still finding them, we're not telling you that you have to be on the screen, but maybe you just have to be on chat more often. Because honestly, you know how my friendship with Des and Deidre started? In the chat of Courtney the Project live streams.
Yes.
And eventually,
me and Morgan.
And eventually, Nia eventually started chatting, and we immediately like, okay, we're gonna chat with you too.
Crazy people.
And like literally, the only people that I would say hi in the chat was when I saw Vixen of Fiction, Coffee Reading Writing, Deidre and Anderson, and eventually I started seeing author J.C. Carpenter. I started talking to her too. Like most of this friendship started on comments, on chat. And we eventually ended up on the screen, but we didn't start it on screen. We started on chat.
Yeah.
So if you still kind of like looking for your people, chat.
Yeah, definitely.
Totally.
Keep going to different, niche places, whether if that's writing streams or whatever it is that you
book talk,
enjoy. Absolutely. Go to
and
those
be
spaces.
yourself. Don't pretend to be somebody in the chat, because then you made the connection, and then you can't continue pretending your whole life.
Right.
So be yourself, connect to people that actually gel with you.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm still the insano, sassy Hispanic that they saw on Courtney's chat.
Yeah.
They're like, this girl is kind of like cray cray. And I'm like,
I don't know if they knew I was just the Lulu in the chats, but it's too late now.
Oh,
it's too late now,
yeah. There were some things that I'm like, I feel like there's a few, some screws, some cogs are missing.
Listen,
but
again,
hey, we all are crazy.
As my father likes to tell me, okay, I was born at 7 months and my brain wasn't finished developing, so I'm a little cuckoo, and it's okay.
There you go. I love it.
I love that so much. That's hilarious.
Oh, JC's is good. Morgan's is good.
Yes, I
Both
love
of
this.
those.
Let me get
Yes,
to JC's, then
this.
we'll scroll up to Morgan's.
Yes.
That's
Maybe share
really
more
good.
of yourself and not just promote your work. Let people see the
Mhm.
real
Yes.
you.
Yes.
For the love of God, do not drive by market. Like y'all, nothing turns people off more than you going to every single thing you go to and saying, "Hi, buy my book." Like, make a connection first with people
Yes.
before promoting
Yeah.
your book.
Yeah.
Yes.
And make
Yeah.
and actually pay attention. Don't just copy and paste the same thing every single time.
Yeah.
Actually
And
pay attention
remember,
to who you're
and
talking
remember, you'll be chatting with people in one person's chat, and they will see if you're authentic because then they will be lurking in someone else's chat, and
Right.
they will see you not being authentic again and again and
Absolutely.
again.
Yeah.
So yeah, just be yourself. You're gonna connect with who you connect
Yeah.
with, and it's.
I
And
mean,
that's
we're
the
all
thing.
a little weird, right? That's why we love each
Yeah.
other.
I
So it's like, you all just
remember
like my
some.
weird. It's okay.
a little.
Yeah, sometimes we had
Good,
conversations on Courtney's chat, and I will think like, poor Courtney, she's not clicking on that, but she has to
You
like
know,
scroll past
she's
our
like, it's
stupid
them again.
shenanigans because
Right?
we're just like talking to each other, we're updating each other
She's
besides
like,
just
oh,
the
you guys are
weekend
not
or
talking
where
about
we
me.
It's
at.
like, oh my gosh,
Yeah, she will be
I
like,
looked at a
yeah,
story
this is all
yesterday,
about.
and this guy, and Courtney's like, yeah, they're having a conversation. Okay.
Yeah,
Like that has nothing to do with me. Got it. Moving on.
yeah, it was so much fun.
Same, Morgan, same.
Definitely. I will say that my base for friendships really was thanks to Courtney's live stream. Because if it wasn't for that, it will have taken me so much longer to find y'all.
People.
I will have found you, I'm sure,
Yeah.
but it will
The
have
universe is funny that way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's
gosh,
funny.
we're at the end of the year. The
Oh,
end of the
yeah.
year.
Oh, that's
Oh my gosh.
2025 will hear you.
I'm ready. Bring on 2025. 2024, I'm tired of.
I have
Like,
books that I
so
need to
much
finish.
to do.
I have books I need to finish in how many weeks now?
No,
2.5 weeks.
2.
Yay.
Yeah.
Girl, that means I have
Same.
2.5 weeks for my vacation to be over. Why are y'all so evil?
I about get my vacation, D. I can't wait. Campus closes in 1 week.
D, you don't have vacation. You switch from school to work. What are you
Exactly.
talking
When are you
about?
resting?
The amount of books that you're
I
releasing in
know.
January, you have absolutely no vacation, friend.
Shh, listen, again, in land of the Lulu, population 1. I don't think of all of those things. We don't think about it. We upward
I still believe in you, Deidre.
Bruno. No.
Yes.
There's some delusions that I let you sit with them. There's some other delusions that I'm like, no, ma'am, we're not doing this.
Exactly.
We don't talk
I
about
still believe in you, Deidre, but I'm excluding the new thing that you came up with because I haven't had a chance to get into that yet. So I need to know. I need to suss that out before I include that in my I believe in you. Because I'm like, what? She's like,
at this point,
she believes in me.
even
So I'm just gonna keep adding stuff.
things.
I'm like, wait. I didn't say keep adding things.
All the flames behind me are so pretty.
Literally, Dee's like, I said fire.
Don't ask Tiff. Come back.
The house, the life.
No, Tiff. There's not a new thing for you. It's the same thing. It's just that I didn't say it publicly to a lot of people, I guess. So I think I said it.
God knows.
Maybe I don't know.
No, ma'am. When I saw
that's why I'm like, I
I
need to see what this is first. And then I'll be like, oh yeah, okay, I still believe in you. I knew that one. I knew that.
I mean, it's not even.
I gotta stay on top of her.
Pre-order. They're just books. If anyone's wondering, it's not top secret.
Books.
They're just books. They're on pre-order. Y'all can check it. Y'all just check it out, okay? Go check it out. Support your girl. Support the delusion. Okay.
Yes.
All right,
I'll
friends, I think we need to go.
I'll play you my voice notes backstage, Nia. Because when I saw it, I loudly at my work, I was like, man.
The funniest thing is that my husband had my phone doing my likes because I bribed my husband to do my social media likes. Anyways, he was doing my likes. He's like, "You got a message," and it's a voice from Esther. He was so confused. He's like, Esther sent you a message, I think. He's like, okay. He's like, no, a voice message. Like, okay, you're in trouble. Even he knew, like, what did you do?
Jen knows. He
It's like
knows.
she needs to hear the inflections in my voice.
You are lucky that
After this.
America is between you two.
Yeah.
Like the whole of America. Very lucky.
And it is so cold.
Very lucky.
Even if it was close,
that's true.
it's too cold for
She's
me
like,
to
That's
go.
true.
Esther's
Esther
like,
couldn't do
I'm
it.
like-
She's like, no,
I'm
not
like,
for
no.
me. Not for me.
You get snow. I don't do snow.
Oh, we had snow like a week ago.
Yeah.
I have snow constantly. It's going on. It's
I
going.
can't. I'm over it.
We have been cold enough to have
pretty.
snow, and I don't know why. This is North
Ugh.
Carolina and not the mountains part of North Carolina.
Serious.
This needs to stop immediately. I don't know who I need to report this to,
Right.
but I
Thank you. I'm
heard
like,
that
where-
some people can control the weather. That's what America believes, that some people,
That's it.
if you can control
That's
the
it.
weather, North Carolina weather needs to go
I
back
mean,
to
Well, and
feeling
listen,
like
where is the
normal.
global warming? Because it's too cold here. So I need it warmer.
apparently,
come over
their
here, 'cause it's
messiahs
down
can
here.
do anything.
Well, now 80 and humid is not my jam. I'm just going to tell you that's not. Esther could tell you I look like a
That's a little-
drowned rat. It's not for me. I need no humidity. Sensitive flower.
I feel
They were the entire time they were red.
oh my
I
God.
was like, Mom, I was like slightly worried because I
What
don't
about-
think I ever saw them being like white. They were just like
No.
red all the
Yes.
time.
And that we got stuck in that thing for like I don't know, an hour, and I was like, I'm gonna die. This is where I'll die.
no.
Literally, you will melt and be found like
Oh.
a puddle,
Oh.
steaming.
Oh, y'all can come out. It's not
You
that
could be
bad.
the next Hot Frosty. You could be the
I
next
was
Hot
like, what?
Okay,
Well,
Dee,
what if I had a
you lived
bathroom
in
emergency?
Jamaica.
Like then what? Like is everybody in the gondola just gonna watch me
I'll
shark
tell you
myself?
that, like right now, it is according to Google because it's minus 14
Sorry,
Celsius.
what?
According to
Oh,
Google,
Celsius.
that's 10
Okay.
degrees. According to Google, that's 10 degrees Fahrenheit.
Right.
Oh, that's
That's
cold.
still too cold.
Yeah, that's cold.
Yeah, I
And
know.
so
It's
I will
no.
tell you the temperatures that y'all are complaining about.
But here's the thing: if I
I'll
have
stay
to
with my
take an
78
extreme-
degrees
47.
Fahrenheit.
Esther will stay with the extreme of hot. If you had to choose an extreme, I would choose the extreme of cold because I live like an overheated.
Well, I think I would choose the cold
this
too, to
body
be
thing,
honest,
right.
because I remember
That's fair.
Jamaica. I remember Jamaica, and I'm not complaining, so let me shut up. Like Jamaica's hot.
Hey, for me, it's too painful when it gets so cold. It
Mm.
hurts my
It does
bones.
hurt.
Yeah, my bones hurt.
So
Yeah,
I'm
mine
like,
is like that
no.
too, yeah.
San Diego.
I'm-
It does
I
hurt.
just in the heat, I am comfortable. I'm a little sweaty. I need to like attach myself to a fan. It's okay.
But the
And
fan
even
But when I'm like, I
What's
cannot sleep because my body hurts from the
No.
cold. And my
Last night-
apartment, there's no high enough heat to warm it. No.
my
After
heat
that.
finally came back, and they're cooking me, like legitimately cooking me. And I was like, no. It felt like I was in Jamaica. I was like, no, I couldn't sleep properly. I was
Open the
like,
window.
God.
No.
I don't
You're
sleep
gonna
all
wake
the
up one day and be like a rump roast. You'll be tender and just
no.
Oh, Morgan.
uh,
All right. Stay tuned, guys, for Morgan. There's some announcements coming to self-publishing tips and tricks tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Yes.
Maybe
exciting.
tears. More tears.
I know, maybe tears. What?
Hi, Margaret.
Margaret is here.
my friend.
All
All right.
right. Well,
We closed it off.
we're closing out the year. remember, you can catch me the Sunday before New Year's with scripting the book. We're going to be tier ranking all of the books and movies that we have and TV shows that we've read and watched. It'll be a lot of fun, so you can come join us for that. That's it for me for this year. I might pop on with a friend if they're streaming, but other than that, I'm done.
Barrett's
Barrett
tomorrow for writers' room.
Barrett,
Writer's
At
room,
2
yes,
o'clock.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
2 o'clock Eastern, I think they said.
Yes.
2 Eastern.
Yes.
Barrett's channel. Be there.
Sounds right.
And
It's online. It's up.
Esther has streamed.
Yeah.
As per
I will be at Inevitable Books tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern. That will be probably my full last collaborate stream, because I will probably show up for the last stream for JC, but again, I have a cutoff, so I will be leaving before she finished her stream. And then my very last 2024 stream is gonna be this upcoming Friday. That's the last productivity one.
I will be there.
We shall see Twitch. Twitch is kind of like easy because Thursday is my job's Christmas party. And it's in the afternoon, and
People do those.
we drink, we eat, and we do karaoke, and they already know I sing
like a good
pretty
time.
well, so
That
they
sounds great.
they probably, some of them are already demanding me to sing with them, and I'm like,
Oh, video.
okay. I'm like,
Like a
can you
good
let me
time.
at least drink half of a bottle of wine to not feel some type of way singing at work?
You can only get me to do karaoke when I've had a few. I will never get up otherwise.
Oh, I will.
See, hilarious thing. I don't have a problem singing on a Twitch live for plenty of people that I don't know who the heck they are. Once you tell me to sing at my work, and I'm like,
You gotta see me tomorrow, right? I gotta see you again next week. Tomorrow.
not only that, I'm like, you paid me.
See, and I'd be like, just call them your fans. Like, they're my fans.
I mean, at this point, some of them are like, so there's this song that I want to sing. Do you know it? And I'm like, guess.
I love it.
I'm like, okay.
I love it.
So yeah, this is my last week online. After that, I'm gonna disappear in the ether to get ahead of 2025. That's the plan.
Come join me, friend. Come over in the Lululand. We'll get it done. We'll move out together. We'll move out of the Lululand.
Oh, we are going to get it done. Like, you can live in the Lulu, but I will be like, we're gonna get it done. So I'm like, I'm sending you a link. We're gonna work together.
I mean,
I'm keeping you accountable.
Y'all know y'all don't all know my things, but you will know soon. So yeah, I'm here for it.
I have an idea, and I am scared, but I have faith in you.
Don't be scared, babe. Just have friends. Just have friends. Just have faith in me. Friends with me. Just have faith in me. It's okay. You know, delusional sometimes get stuff done. Yes. At least my Delulu gets stuff done. Yeah.
And then Tuesday for you, Des, is that right?
Yes, Tuesday, December 17th, early in the morning, the podcast will go live, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you listen to to podcasts. And again, if you would like to watch your podcast, 8 a.m. Eastern, YouTube, the episode will be up. So you can find us. It's the Perpetually Overdue podcast, but everywhere is pretty much PO the Pod. That's how you can find us. PO the Pod. PO the Pod is our little acronym at this point. So yes, you can find us everywhere. We're on Threads, Instagram, TikTok. Yeah, very excited. And then literally the next day is my birthday. Yeah. I am not going to focus on how old I'm turning. I'm just going to say yay for another year.
Day.
Yay for another year.
Yay for another year.
Happy birthday.
Get all my freebies. All my freebies from like all the places you become members at. So I'll go to PF.
Get your Starbucks, get your ice cream. You getting some ice cream?
Yeah. Thunder Down Under.
Where?
Thunder.
We don't have that.
She's like, what is that?
What's that?
Yes, you do. They travel. They're
We
from
don't
Vegas.
have
They're
that.
strippers, and you get a free shot, and they do a little lap dance for you if it's your birthday.
See, I don't have friends.
I've
who
heard
do that, though.
allegedly.
I wouldn't
Allegedly.
know.
And I am here just putting 50 Cent's Candy Chop is the song, I think.
Oh,
What was
yes,
it?
Club?
yes.
Like
go-
yeah.
Yeah.
That one in the
We
club.
sing it to
Yeah,
you.
No,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
Jordan and that one. And I'm like, here, just put that song, and I could have that. I could go to a place that plays that song, gives me a shot and an additional dance. I don't think I have lived my life the way it's supposed to.
Hi, Jocelyn. We are at the end, but there are lots of announcements at the end, and lots of fun chat that we had during the stream.
It was a
So
great episode.
yes, it was a great episode. This was a lot of fun. I almost don't want to go, but we do need to go, friends.
No.
It has been
Same.
wonderful. I love you all. Y'all are the best. I've had the best time. This is one of my favorite things to
Same.
do. Is
Same.
come here and talk about all the craziness that's going on with you guys. And commiserate and laugh and just have fun. So thank you guys. Thank you everybody in the chat who came to hang out with us. Appreciate every single one of you. And we will see you around somewhere. You will see us. Yes.
Happy holidays. Yeah.
Happy holidays.
For those
Enjoy
who
and
Be safe.
yes, be safe.
Travel.
Find your happy place.
Yeah.
please.
Guys.
We made it. We
made
survived 2024, guys. We
Yes.
survived.
Did it. I know.
We're here.
Yeah.
We're here.
Happy
We made it.
holidays.
Happy holidays.
We'll do it again next
Happy
year.
New Year.
Happy hunt.
Happy Christmas.
See ya.
and
You guys are
holidays.
wonderful. I'm finding my
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.